Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have to finish a school project, and this is what it is. I have to draw a couple of my characters for a certain class, and I'm gonna show you how I did it today. The characters I am drawing today are the main characters of a comic that I've been working on for about 3 years now. I'm not going into too much detail on it in this video. This is just a character solidification. So the first character I'm drawing is Anthony. He's sort of like the main protagonist. And I decided that for the character model sheets, his height was going to be the reference height for all the characters. I actually started these drawings a while ago with a completely different style. Then I came back to it and just sort of reworked the entire thing. I used the Owl House as a reference for the style, and I also used how they drew their characters for the references in a similar pose. And I think it looks way better than how I had it originally. So don't come after me, please. Yeah, originally it was looking a little bit too anime or a little bit too realistic. And now I think it looks more cartoony. How I'm setting it up is a front view of the full body and the back view of the full body. And then I'm just going to do a couple of sketches of facial expressions just to solidify the character. The model sheets, how I'm doing it is I can just draw like different clothing over top, different hairstyles, different faces even. So I can change it up if I need to. Then I always just have a reference and I have all the colors of everything. Usually when I do digital art, I do like gradients and just a lot more detail. For these, I kept very simple. I thought about it as it is a reference sheet, and I don't think that like in the comic when it actually comes out, I don't think I'm gonna do a lot of detail on it. Just keep things super simple. Yeah, but I drew Anthony in his school uniform, and then I drew a bunch of little faces. Next is Haley. She was difficult to do. I actually started her thing around the same time as Anthony's when I first started it, but then I did go back and change it later on. She's the more serious one of the group, so I wanted to sort of portray that in how I drew it. Here, the original drawing that I did is not a good example, but I redrew her in a more neutral pose, just like everyone else. And I gave her massive hair. She's always had longer hair, but I feel like I made it a little bit too big because it's a little bit weird in some places. I don't know, just me. Yeah, but I used Amity as a reference because I thought their characters, specifically at the beginning of Owl House, were very similar. Yeah. Also, you'll notice I drew undergarments underneath. That's just for personal reasons, because I feel weird about just having, like, naked people in my things. I actually struggled with her hair and face a lot. I'm not sure why. I didn't like her bangs originally, so I changed them. They look a lot better. But I'm still a little bit weirded out by the eyes, specifically. They're a little bit weird to me. I don't know, it's just something. Of course, just like Anthony, I drew her in her school outfit. It actually is a little bit different than how I originally drew it. Originally, she had knee-high socks, now she has full tights. I don't know why I made that choice. Maybe I'll throw it into the lore. Maybe, I don't know. But I just used the same colors as Anthony's, except the bow tie, I did a lighter blue. And then I did some more faces. And finally is Rosalie. I changed everything before I started on Rosalie, so there wasn't an initial sketch. And honestly, Rosalie came out the best. Rosalie is one of my favorite characters other than Rosa. They have a connection. I may have talked about it in another video, but I don't remember. Rosalie has hair over one of her eyes, but because how I'm setting it up, I had to draw both eyes, which is really weird for me. I'm not used to it. It was very odd. I also struggled with the colors for this drawing for some reason. I don't know what the problem is. I've always seen her as like the pale character, but this time I'm just like, but she's not white. She's not a white character. She is a little bit of Hispanic descent, and I wanted to portray that a little bit more. I still wanted her to be fairly pale, but I still wanted her to be seen as not completely a white person. I don't think I really pulled that off. I think I could have gone a little bit darker, but I think it still looks good. I may change it in the future, but yeah, I basically gave her the same uniform as Haley, except underneath she's wearing a cardigan. That was an original design thing for when I first started developing these characters and their story. Yeah. Also, I was supposed to do alternate outfits for this, but I just ran out of time. Also, I kind of didn't feel like doing it today. Yeah. But then I finished it up with some quick sketches. I actually spent a little bit more time on the sketches on the face than the other characters. I'm not sure why. I think I just needed to draw some Rosalie and just her many emotions. I actually drew her crying with big globby jibbly tears, and I think it looks really, really cute for some reason. And here are all the characters finally created. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be drawing more outfits, and I'll just post them on my Instagram, just as little teasers, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I will have other characters to do, so this is not the end of any of this. But I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!